free and the home of the great. I'm a proud American from my birth to the grave. 47's the top, took a bullet for all. Didn't flinch, didn't run, still he answered the call. And we said, be tight, be tight, be tight. Officer Taylor Show. Be tight, be tight, be tight. Officer Taylor Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Officer Tatum Show. We got a bunch of stuff to talk about today, and I cannot wait to read this verdict. And I hope that they put this coward to death in front of everybody. I hope that there is no hesitation. There should be no delay. They should put this man to death. And so if you have been watching, the Laken Riley case concluded with the verdict today. I don't even want to play videos of the family and some of the testimonies. We may actually play some videos so you can see, some people can see how extreme this is and how this should factor into a potential death penalty. They've already given a verdict. They sentenced him to life in prison without the possibility of parole. But I think they should go further. Let me just give you a quick synopsis and background. Do we have a clip of the actual verdict being read? All right, we're going to play the verdict being read. I have it here. We're going to play the verdict being read in court, and then I'm going to compare this case to another case where somebody was put to death on March the 20th, 2024, Willie James Pye, that I think didn't go as far as he did. I think he went further than the man that was put to death in 2024 on March the 20th. Roll the clip.
1, malice murder. I find the defendant guilty. Count 2, felony murder. I find the defendant guilty. Count 3, felony murder. I find the defendant guilty. Count 4, felony murder. I find the defendant guilty. Count 5, kidnapping with bodily injury. I find the defendant guilty. Count 6, aggravated assault with intent to rape. I find the defendant guilty. Count 7, aggravated battery. I find the defendant guilty. Count 8, obstructing or hindering a 911 call. I find the defendant guilty. Count 9, tampering with evidence. I find the defendant guilty. Count 10, peeping Tom. I find the defendant guilty. I certainly will allow both sides to look at this if you want to do it.
So as you can see, the devil over here is straight-faced in court with no emotional response to getting or being found guilty of 10 counts, all felonious accounts. And how he don't get put to death is beyond me. 1 count of malicious murder, 3 counts of felony murder, 1 count of kidnapping with bodily injury, aggravated assault with intent to rape, battery, obstruction of an emergency 911 call, evidence of tampering with evidence, and peeping Tom. Now, in 1998, Willie James Pye murdered his ex-girlfriend, Alicia Lynn Yarbrough, kidnapped her in a botched robbery situation, ended up killing her, and they put him to death in March of this year. How in the world does a person who is illegally in this country, he's already committed a felony crime by illegally being in this country, go and do the things that he did and somehow he don't get the death penalty? That's just insane to me. It should be an automatic death penalty when you're an illegal alien committing a crime that's worthy of life in prison. We should not pay for you to breathe air and eat food with taxpayer dollars in our prison when you're not even a citizen here. I don't know who fell on their head and bumped it and went crazy and decided that illegal aliens in this country deserve rights. You do not deserve rights if you're illegally in America. There should be another system of judgment for people who are not citizens of the United States of America. Why not? That should be like if you do a crime against a person because of their race, that's an aggravated charge. It's an aggravated charge. That means they're going to sentence you harsher or more harshly or whichever way you say it. If you are doing it because of somebody's race, or if you do it and you're a part of a syndicated criminal organization, which he was all of that, illegally in this country, and he was a part of a syndicated gang. The aggravation of charges should be so much so that they would take him from the courtroom and take him in the back and call it a day. And let him lay out there. Don't even put him in the ground. Let him lay out there so people can walk by and pee on him if they want to. God's still working on me, okay? Don't judge me. God, he's still working on me. We have the picture of Mama and them finding out. The body cam footage. I'm going to play this body cam footage, and you're going to understand why I feel the way I do. All right? This is when Mama and her sisters find out that they found Laken Riley's body. Raw footage, no acting, no nothing. This is a raw emotional reaction that Mama and them had when they found out that Laken Riley was found in the position she was found in. Now, let me just say this. If you got a weak stomach or if you easily a person who cries, you may want to have viewer discretion. There's nothing graphic on here, but you're going to see Mama break down in a minute. And after playing this in a court of law, after showing what kind of monster this person is, how do they not put him to death? It's beyond me. Roll the clip.
It's late. Okay, let's step over here. Come on, let's go. Come over here, all right? It's not good. I don't want to tell you yes or no because I don't have names. I don't know who anybody is. I do know that this is a pretty sensitive.
All right, that's as much as I can stomach. I think many of you who are watching this can relate to a certain degree or have empathy for a person who just found out that their daughter, their sister, was brutally murdered and your life has changed forever. There's no more Christmas celebrations. There's no more 4th of July's. There's no more, hey, texting, I love you, good morning, hope you're having a good day. What did you make on your test? Are you excited about what's your major? There's no conversation about none of that. She ain't coming home ever again. You ain't never going to see her again. She's gone forever. Life has changed forever. Y'all never see her again. You'll never hear her voice, never hear her breathe, never hear her laugh. It's over. And how that man isn't going to be put to death is beyond me. There needs to be outrage. This is much more sinister than George Floyd. I don't know how the people aren't just losing their mind that this girl got done like this by an illegal alien who's a part of a gang allegedly. And they giving them rights to have due process. No. That day, that woman ain't never gonna recover from that. She ain't never gonna recover while she here on earth from what she had to experience that day. It's traumatizing to me just watching a body-worn camera footage of something that happened 6-7 months ago. And not one Democrat that you know of is standing up for Laken Riley and her family. Joe Biden didn't even know her name, call her Laken Riley. Where's Kamala Harris? This is a young woman who lost her life. Where are the women's movements at? Where y'all at? Where y'all rallies at? Where y'all my body, my choice women at? Oh, y'all don't want to associate with her because it don't meet your agenda. I'm outraged. It ain't my daughter, and I wish somebody would have gave me the call. Go take care of business. Oh, it's on. It ain't. I ain't got. You ain't say less. Let me see the body on camera one more time. Okay, that's it. I got it. My mental state is already there. No hesitation. It's on site. And you got these cowards in our government and these activists that ain't activating for somebody that really lost their life in a heinous way. Not a crackhead who was trying to buy someone with fake money and resisting arrest. He did a home invasion. He went to prison I don't know how many times. He did a home invasion on a pregnant woman. I mean, the dude was a dirtbag. Does he deserve to lose his life? No. The deserving to die is up to God to determine. But is his lifestyle choices lead to his death? Yes. It leads to his death. Yes. That leads to death. His life choices. And he got funerals and everything. He got statues. How? How is that the case? Thank y'all for the super chats. How is that the case? Now I'm hoping that the sentencing phase already occurred. According to what I'm reading here, it says the judge sentenced this idiot to life in prison without the possibility of parole. You know, maybe the prosecution can petition the court to give him the death penalty. Now, I'm a Christian, but I'd be telling God, let us do this real quick. I don't want to have mercy on him. That's up to you. You can have mercy on him. I want him to go all the way. Mercy on him is that he don't have to suffer in jail. He can just go right now. That's what I'd be. Let him go right now, Lord. I'd be trying to convince the Lord. Let him go right now, Lord. That'd be best for him. So he don't have to suffer in jail. Because Big Tony gonna get him. I hope Big Tony get him. Coming for that bauxite here, I know. I hope it happened to him. Hey, look, I'm not trying to be mean or nothing, but I think he deserved it at this point. Let Big Tony that ain't seen a woman in 20 years, let him get him. Just turn your head. Plug your ears. Turn your head. You ain't see nothing. Get him. Do him like he tried to do that girl. Get him. And let the Lord judge him on the other side. I want to switch gears real quick and talk about Sunny Hostin in a more lighter note. I'm going to give you time to transition your mind into this. Sunny Hostin from The View. Uh-oh. She had to read a legal note. I wonder why. When you listen, how do they get a chance to read legal notes? Why don't they just get sued off the air? You already defamed the guy. Is there a certain policy that's put in place before you sue a person for defamation? You have to give them the proper opportunity to correct the script, and maybe that's what it is. You already defamed him. Now you want to come back and read a legal note that you pretty much rolling your eyes while you're reading it. But this made me so happy, y'all. Y'all want to know what made me happy? Watching them melt down and have to read legal notes, and for them to be off the air. For them to be off the air ain't enough for me. That's too easy. I want them to suffer on the air. I want them to just get what's coming in them every day of the week, watch them eat crow. I would pay to be in the audience to watch her eat crow, having to read a legal note. They lie about everybody. I'm surprised they haven't read a legal note about Trump 400 times. Roll the clip.
How could you nominate someone with allegations of child trafficking across state lines and having sex with a 17-year-old? My understanding further on in the interview, they discussed the fact that once he finds out that she's 17, he stops having sex with her.
Sonny,
Pause real quick. Now, y'all know how silly you gotta be to not do due diligence. This is a TV show that has producers. You know Whoopi ain't got a brain. Her brain is farting right now as we speak. And Sonny Hostin don't have nothing up there. It's just a shell of a person. She got the spirit of the Antichrist in her. And that's the only thing that's making her body move and talk. I'm being superfluous, but you get what I'm saying. She's a devil. Just evil. But y'all got producers, bro. Y'all ain't looked none of this up. That's why you got to read a legal note. Y'all didn't look this up. The Judiciary Committee looked into this, and they found no wrongdoing. There was no charges pressed against him or nothing. And y'all still want to go down and play. And if a man do something with a 17-year-old, and he find out that she's 17, and he disengages with her, who's the thing is, who's at fault here? I don't know what the girl told him, but if she said, "Yeah, I'm 19." I'm 25. I'm 22. And he sleep with her, and then she go, "Oh, actually, I'm 17. He gonna go to jail over that? That's why I tell these conservatives too. One thing is, Matt Gaetz, you ain't off the hook. I still want you to be nominated. I want you to make it through, and I want you to wreck shop. But y'all conservatives need to stop messing with girls and doing all this crazy stuff, because it's gonna come back to bite you in the what. Quit going to these events, sleeping with these girls at these events. You need to be focused on building yourself, and then when you get married, you can have it all you want. But y'all tripping, because you go and mess with her, and she regret it, and now you in trouble. 3-4 years later, she mad you the governor, and now you in trouble. Her boyfriend find out, her mom and them find out, somebody find out, she just going around the block. Merry-go-round. They rolling her through the squad. And she feel bad about it, and now you didn't rape her. That's what y'all grow up and learn something for a minute. Matt Gaetz, is it that serious that you got to get this? Now, what I would say is that, how do you know she even telling the truth? How do you know what the scenario really is? What does the girl look like? Somebody put a picture of her up there. I don't know. There's some girls looking grown. Now these parents got their 16-year-old dressing like grown women with their butts out. You should get your kids taken from you, got your little girl with booty shorts on, and she's 16. You should get a ticket or something. You putting her out there. I never have a daughter, let my daughter run on booty short. You go out the house like this, there's gonna be some furniture moving. Little girls out there looking skank. I seen a little girl. She had to be like 12. Mama got in a crop top and booty shorts. Ma'am, what are you doing? Where your daddy at? And then, they got some soft men out here that's weaker than wet toilet paper. Oh, yeah, my daughter, they just closed. Bro, you want predators to attack your daughter? You want them to approach her? Because that's what they do. The people that mind messed up, they're not looking at the kid as just regular. They looking at the kid that you got dressed up like she finna do an OnlyFans. I wish that there could be penalties for stupid parents like this. Got they little 6-year-old put makeup on and stuff. What are you doing? Anyway, let me get back to Matt Gaetz. So I don't know what's true and what's not. They talking about he's trafficking women across lines, paying for the you know what. Y'all ain't got no guilty nothing on it. Y'all ain't got no unequivocal evidence, independent witnesses or nothing. And y'all putting that man's name out there like that. And this is how you get from here to here. Roll it.
I do have a legal note. Thank you, Whoopi. Matt Gaetz has long denied all allegations, calling the claims, quote, invented, and saying in a statement to ABC News that this false smear following a 3-year criminal investigation should be viewed with great skepticism. That DOJ investigation was closed with no charges being brought.
We'll be right back.
Eat that crow. That crow must taste good. You better put some butter on that crow. It has been ruled, investigated, and y'all still bringing it up as if it's a factor. After it's been investigated and determined to have to not be substantive, you cannot use that against a man in his confirmation hearing. You shouldn't even bring it up, to be honest, because at the end of the day, you're innocent until you're presumed innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. So if you start making a person guilty before they ever had a chance to litigate this stuff, you're defaming them. Now, I know I met Matt Gaetz' wife, beautiful young lady. Matt Gaetz is a great guy. I met him. I like him. Matt Gaetz is the guy that I like in that position. He's very smart. I like him. He's a rock star, in my opinion. So he's done with that life. But for you young people that may want to get into that life, y'all at these conservative events, slow the roll. What you say we got? Oh yeah, let's put that on there. We got a clip of Matt Gaetz putting the smackdown on the View. This is probably why they wanted to disparage. Oh, you got her on here. That's back when this dummy used to be on there. I shouldn't call people names, but that's just how I feel I really feel that way. McCain daughter. She the dumbest person on the internet. And then they put another fake Republican in there, the wasted face. They replaced this one with the other one. Two of the most ridiculous women on the internet. I mean, I don't know how they even have a show at this point. Roll the clip.
Can we agree that perhaps that pardon power needs to be reviewed and
Hold on. Sonny hosting that wig. She got a wig on. Ma'am, that wig piece was so bad back then. You should be ashamed of yourself, Sonny, for putting that wig on. You make too much money for your hair piece to look like that. I didn't even know that was Sonny hosting when the clip first came out. I didn't know that was Sonny. Because a wig game was trash. Maybe they weren't making no money back when Sonny was on here. But get your wig game right before you get on TV talking about somebody. Roll the clip.
Great question. In Federalist 74, Alexander Hamilton writes that the reason we have the pardon power is to serve as a check on a criminal justice system, which, if allowed to run wild, could create a great sense of sanguinity in our country. And so I think that if you look at the original intent of the pardon power, it cannot be limited. And again, Trump has pardoned 26 people. Obama pardoned over 1,700. Bill Clinton pardoned 459.
So the answer to the question is what?
I would agree that Roger Stone should be pardoned if for no other reason that there's been a double standard in this country where people like Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, Andrew McCabe, Clapper, Brennan have not faced consequences.
Can I just ask you, how about Rob Blagojevich, who flees like a children's hospital? Was that a good pardon?
I'll be honest with you, I don't know very much about the governor of Illinois. I'm not going to get into that one. I know Roger, I don't know Blago, and I'll leave that to others to decide.
Boom. He's smart. The boy is smart. And we forgot about Carter, Lisa Page, Peter Strzok and Lisa Page. We forgot about them. Y'all remember the FBI agents who were sexting? They were cheating. They were on clock, on federal government phones, cheating with each other on their significant others. And one of them wrote, "We got an insurance policy if Trump wins." They colluded to destroy the president of the United States of America. That's treasonous. And they just got off. They just did all that. They were texting back and forth, said we gonna get him. They went after him with phony investigations, and nothing happened. They were just expelled from the federal government, from the FBI, because they were fraternizing. Disgraceful individuals. And that's how the left operate anyway. So we all know that. That's how they do it. That's what they're doing. But anyway, shout out to Matt Gaetz. I hope he get confirmed so he can run the table on it. And I hope he go hard in the paint. I hope he like Shaquille O'Neal in the paint. Just on all these liberals. All right. What we got next? Nancy Mace. Now, do you want my real opinion or do you want what you want to hear? All right, I'm going to give you what you want to hear, okay? Nancy Mace is doing a great job. My real opinion is that I like the spirit behind what Nancy Mace is doing, although I think she is an attention person, just like some of these other people, Marjorie Taylor Greene and some of these other people whom I understand the sentiment, I support them, and I'd vote for them, but I think they look for attention a little too much sometimes. Some of the things that they say in the hearings are like false bravado. They get the cussing and yelling as if they ain't really about to do nothing. But on this topic of her making sure that in the federal government you don't have men going into women's facilities, I'm 100% lockstep with that. And I don't care how cringy some of the things she say gets. I don't care her shenanigans, how cringy they get, or how much attention she's seeking. What she's doing is right. It's right. There's no reason whatsoever that biological men should be in women's bathrooms. And let me give you an example of why I feel this sentiment should be adhered to by the masses. Pull up a clip of a person who's passable. And when I say passable, it's somebody who, if you look at them, you couldn't tell if they were a man or a woman. That's a passable person. We'll get the clip in a minute. We'll get the picture in a minute. And then we're going to pull up a clip of somebody who you know is their daddy's son with long hair. Got back like this. You know they ain't no girl. And there's differences. But at the end of the day, that's your problem, not the masses' problem. If you confused about who you are, that's your problem. That's your issue. You shouldn't be pulling your penis out in the locker room with girls because you confused. That's not fair to young women. They shouldn't have to be subjugated to be looking at a man's genitalia in the locker room when they changing. And let me just say this, because everybody want to be fake about the topic. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 400. Riley, what's his name? What's that fool name? Leah Thomas. Leah Thomas getting his head beat in on the swimming circuit, and then he becomes a woman. Leah Thomas is allegedly attracted to women. Do you know how freaking crazy that is? This dude had an opportunity to be in a locker room with Riley Gaines and all these other beautiful women naked. Let's say it for what it is. They in there naked. And he attracted women. And he's sitting there with his thing hanging out while they undress. Who thought that made any sense? I'm never going to understand that. Who thought that it made sense for this dude to be in there with the girls? And they like, if y'all don't like it, if you don't like looking at his thing hanging, then y'all need to leave the locker room. What? Bro, you just transitioned like a year ago. I mean, from the time he did this, a year or two ago, bro, that ain't genuine. And you still like women? Bro, men know what I'm talking about. Really? Riley Gaines? With all due respect, she's a good-looking woman. He ain't attracted to Riley Gaines with no clothes on. They going to hell. All of them need to go to hell for what they did to them girls. I bet he's sitting in there. I bet he's sitting there with his pants down, just looking at them. And what you gonna do if he looking at you? Cry? They already complained and they didn't do nothing about it. I just don't know how they playing games like this. When I was in college, obviously I'm attracted to women. And I get a chance to go in the volleyball locker room, softball locker room, and I'm in there changing with naked women in there. That ain't right. Because everything going through my mind ain't right. Your mind is going. How is that fair that these women have to be subjugated to a dude that's his mind is doing like this? You know how you change and you doing stuff? You tell me he ain't doing this. He see Riley getting ready to pick a towel up. And that girl's got to be subject to it. I couldn't be Riley Gaines' daddy. I don't know him. He probably a great man. I'm pulling up. I got to pull up to the school. There ain't no effing way that my daughter would be in the locker and they let this happen. I'm out in the swimming pool. I'm on the podium. I'm going to jail. Take me to jail. I'm going on the podium. Get him down. You didn't win. Get him down. Take me to jail. But he ain't stand on this podium. Not because I don't did it. That's on you, bro. That's your stuff. That's your mind. Ain't got nothing to do with my daughter. You can swim on your own time. You were super trash when you were a guy. You can go come and be the number one person. Go sit down somewhere. You ain't not on my watch. I got to stand in front of the locker room like this. No, you ain't going in there, homeboy. Bro. You ain't going in there, bro. Now you can. Can you go in there? Hey, come on. Come on. Let's see what you got. If you can get past me to get in there, you can stay in there. You deserve to be in there. You got to come past me first. That's all I'm saying. We're going to have a good conversation right here. You ain't going in there with my daughter in there. I don't care what y'all talking about. All y'all tripping. I'm here to protect my daughter. I ain't here to play your games. I'm not here to be nice to y'all. That ain't my job. God didn't put me here to be playing with y'all. You ain't going in there. You get through me, you won. You go in there. But that's gonna be the difference between you having my daughter or not. And I got to go hard on that one. But regardless of that, Nancy Mace made a statement about this, and she's been getting death threats. Guess who's death threatened? The party of acceptance and kindness, and whatever they call it. The party of unity. Let's play this clip of Nancy Mace. This is her being interviewed in the hallway as she is standing on business and saying she's going to stand up for young women. Roll the clip.
That being a feminist makes me an extremist. I'm totally here for it.
Is this effort in response to Congresswoman McBride's coming to Congress?
Yes, and absolutely, and then some. I'm not going to stand for a man, if someone with a penis is in the women's locker room, that's not okay. And I'm a victim of abuse myself. I'm a rape survivor. I have PTSD from the abuse I've suffered at the hands of a man. And I know how vulnerable women and girls are in private spaces. So I'm absolutely 100% going to stand in the way of any man who wants to be in a women's restroom, in our locker rooms, in our changing rooms. I will be there fighting you every step of the way.
And that's why I think they don't have no place in this stuff. You better go potty at home, right? Just drain it at home. You go to work, everybody know you a man. See, this is the thing that's tricky. We got another clip of no, we need to get to this one. So you see what Representative Mace said. This person right here, they deleted it off the internet, and then somebody found it again. How this person don't go to prison is beyond me. This is a legitimate threat against the life of Nancy Mace. You cannot threaten to kill a Congress member. It's a federal crime. You cannot threaten to kill a Congress member. You cannot attempt to kill a Congress member. It's a crime. Now, they run all up in Trump house because he got a document that they did. I want to see the jumpsuit. I want to see this evidence. Hey, FBI, whoever's investigating this, Exhibit A. Roll the clip.
Deal goes out to Congresswoman Nancy Mace. Congresswoman Nancy Mace, I hope that one day I do find you in that women's bathroom and I grab your ratty looking fucking hair and drag your face down to the floor while I repeatedly bash it in until the blood's everywhere and you're dead. Thank you. I hope that Nancy Mace receives this message well.
Homeboy, at least get your voice right. Y'all don't even care no more. Trans they lazy now. They just y'all getting lazy. Bro, you look like your uncle with long hair. And you can't even do the girl voice. At least do the girl. You're supposed to be a trans girl. Do the girl voice. Can you just go, do that voice? Nancy, when I see you in the bathroom, it's ma'am. It's ma'am. You lazy. Man, y'all lazy. That's why nobody want to really do nothing for you, because you're lazy. Y'all ain't trying no more. Still got the thing hanging down there talking about you a girl. Then you can fix that. I'll respect you if you listen. If you let somebody take that away from you, you got your mind made up. You really want to be a girl. I respect it. I ain't saying that you can go in the bathroom. You let them, you gonna lay on the table and wake up and that thing gone? You committed. Y'all five. You a girl now. But if you still got the stuff, you lazy. You lazy. Nobody should take you seriously. You trying to play in the middle. You still want the thing, but you want to be this. You playing. You got a fetish or something. You ain't serious about this. Y'all playing around. You want to be different. Get it cut off. Hey, you her now. You him. But where you go? They going to jail. That person should go to jail. If I got on here and I said I want to kiss somebody and kill them, I'll be in jail. They'll ban me from social media and I'll be in jail. That's why I ain't never going to say that on social media. Put them in jail. Make an example out of these people. And let me tell you this. This is why it gets weird. Because, and this person is proving Nancy Mace's position. This person don't like what the legislator has said and is wanting to go into the bathroom to catch her in there. This is how they thinking. And I tell you this, man, it's something going on with these people's minds. And I don't know how we just trust that they not on the brink of falling, completely crumbling, falling apart, or they got some sexual fetish or deviancy that's propelling them to be this way. I don't know. I don't get it, man. I see dudes that are, the dudes with the, they be super weird. There's some that's normal, but like most of them are weird. They be twisting it. I'm like, bro, there is no way you were born twisting harder than my wife is. My wife been a woman her whole life, and you harder than she is. How is that even possible, bro? How you on the YouTube talking about girl? I'm like, I don't even see women doing that. Where did you learn that at? You putting on a show. You ain't really feeling that. You putting on a show. Same thing with these dudes. They got their chain in hair and then their voice is crazy. Hey, I'm Cynthia now. I identify as a girl. Stop it, bro. You ain't committed. So I showed y'all. The pictures ain't gonna work now. I'm gonna move on from the pictures. So do we have anything else on Nancy Mace? Oh, we got a whole bunch of them. All right, let's go to some more clips of the Nancy Mace thing. Let me read some statistical data points real quick. I think this one stat that we have. As of 2022, estimates for the total percentage of U.S. adults that are transgender or non-binary range from 0.5% to 1.6%. And that's even include non-binary. Anybody can say they non-binary. Everybody non-binary. They can't get a man. I'm non-binary. No, don't make any number. You just can't get a man. Just admit it. Don't act like you just didn't want a man. I don't like neither one. No, you couldn't get none of it. So you want to be in the middle now. Pull the clip up, Nick. But I don't understand how people do the non-binary stuff. And people say they bisexual and stuff. And like they want you to believe that's a thing. It's like, no, you just freaky. You just want to mess with men and women. You ain't. That's not an identification. You weren't born that way. You just nasty. You freaky. People do this all the time. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna move on real quick because I think this is a valid point. There is no difference in the cognitive dissonance from a person that like the same gender to a person that like kids. There is no difference in the cognitive dissonance because neither one of those people were born that way. And if they were. If you are going to say that a person that's a man that like another man was born that way, then you have to say that a man that like a kid is born that way. Are you willing to say that? No. Are you willing to say that? Because you got to be crazy for you to be a grown up and you like a kid. But these people were born that way. So you say love is love. You say that I was born this way and God made me this way, so why do I have to live my life and not experience love? Then is did that person get that same Grace? So a man that want a kid, did he get to say he was born that way? Love is love. This is where y'all mess up at. Love ain't love. You can in America, one is against the law, one is not, but that don't mean y'all have to call it marriage. That don't mean people have to feel sorry for you and accept what you're doing. Y'all got to get it together, man. You do what you want to do, but people ain't got to accept it. People shouldn't be mean and evil to you, but they ain't got to accept it. They don't have to like it. They can call you out on the carpet for your mess. You got people out here talking about they pastors. What you mean you a pastor? Where does that? What Bible are you reading? That's like a dude that got 4 wives and say, I'm a pastor of a Christian church. Where is that in the Bible? Where in the Bible does it say a pastor? The Bible says a man with 1 wife. It don't say a woman with 1 husband. It say a man with 1 wife. A pastor is a man. It's always been a man. It's supposed to be a man. Abraham, Moses, you name it, men. All of the prophets, men. Yeah, were women used in certain ways in the Bible? Yeah, but how often? How often? God could have made a matriarchy. Amen. Adam came first, unless you ain't a Christian. And then the Bible clearly said, and y'all be tripping. Y'all don't want to believe the Bible. It said Eve was made for Adam. Now you independent woman don't like the Bible now. It ain't nothing wrong with you being. All right. Roll the clip.
Here she goes. Here's Congresswoman Mace. Congresswoman Mace, can I ask you a question as you walk here? So the question is, with your piece of legislation about banning women from using...
100% yes.
My question to you is...
It doesn't go far enough. I'll be filing more bills.
You have said that it was created in response to Congresswoman-elect McBride.
100%. And
but should legislation be created targeted at one specific person?
It doesn't mention anyone in the legislation, but
you've said it was aimed at her.
No, I have said it's a result of this. I'm not going to allow biological men into women's private spaces. I will stand in the brink and stand in the way of anyone on the radical left who thinks that it's okay for a penis to be in a women's locker room or a bathroom or a changing room. Hell no. I am not going to stand for it. And the speaker said it would be in the House rules package. If it's not, I will be ready with a motion, a privileged motion to force a vote on this. This is not okay. I'm a survivor of rape. I'm a survivor of sexual abuse. And I'm not going to allow any man in any female private spaces.
Now, Speaker.
End of story. And by the way, I'm getting death threats from men pretending to be women. Why is it that these crazy people, the insanity, the radical left, are willing to kill women over a man's right to be in a women's restroom?
Speaker Johnson has said he wants to treat every new member with the words dignity and respect. Forcing this congressperson to go into a male restroom, is that dignity and respect?
Forcing women to share private spaces with men is not dignity and not respect. And I'm absolutely going to stand in the way of anyone who thinks it's okay for a man to be in our locker room, in our changing rooms, in our dressing rooms, in women's bathrooms. And in fact, if you agree with that, you're crazy, because that's not okay. It's not okay.
Congresswoman,
Thank you, Congressman. We're going to peel away from this conversation, Kira.
Okay,
so a little bit.
Nothing he got to say, but I like that she's standing on business. She not giving no roundabout. Oh, I don't know. I think she like no. It's unacceptable. Hey, we got to put an end to this stuff. Why can't we? Hey, look, you're a biological man. Go in that bathroom or go before you get here. Because once you let it go, y'all gonna just keep going down a slippery slope. Then before you know it, y'all gonna be showering here. Y'all remember them two gay dudes that were having sex in the Capitol building? They made they were having sex. They were naked, having open sex in the thing. Nick, pull it up real quick. Don't put it. I don't think the scene gonna come up, but like pull it up because somebody got an image of this. Y'all let them go. They keep going, and a lot of it is deviant behavior. You know, a lot of men. I don't know. I ain't gay, so I don't know. But a lot of men can be attracted. They attracted other men for sexual purposes. I don't know. Because if you're not attracted, if it's not just sex, let's just be honest, then why can't you be with a woman? These men be with men that's like women, twisting and girly and all this stuff. You're like, bro, you could have a woman. They got women that do CrossFit and they look like a man, but they women. What's wrong with her? She look stronger than he do. She look more masculine than he do. You want love, somebody to love you. A woman can love you too. So what is this about? You attracted to the masculinity? There's masculine women. You can compromise a little bit somewhere. You can't compromise a little bit. You just ain't got you just can't talk to a woman at all. You want to be with a man and go in the back door. Woman got back door too. What's wrong? They both got the same thing. You just can't do nothing. It's something going on there. It's a fetish thing that's going on, and the people just won't admit it. You got some deviancy going on. That's why you pursuing that the way you pursuing that. I can't imagine that a man that's like a man can't like a woman at all. You're nothing. You can't nothing. You're nothing. There are some women out here that look real strong. They got strong face and everything, feet ugly and everything. They let them grow their hair on their legs. Some of them grow hair on their legs. Let them grow hair on their legs. They just like a man. You can compromise if you really wanted to. But anyway, maybe I'm wrong. I want to interview somebody that's gay and that's trans one day. That's genuine. Like what's her name? That's trans. Blair White. I want to interview Blair White or somebody. I think Blair White got her stuff cut off. Somebody that's going to be honest about what they feel like. Because I think I'm not representing them right because I don't know what they're doing. But I would interview somebody and just ask them these questions like, bro, like you really like, if it was just you and a woman on planet Earth, you ain't even going to look at it? So, Nick, pull this thing up on here. All right. So, y'all see this right here. These people did this. They did this, bro. There's a video out here of it happening that they posted online. Nick, where the content at? You want it? Get it blurred out, though. Can you find it blurred out? Because I think people think I'm playing. The dude had it hiked up on one of these tables over here. They did this and filmed it. Yeah, it's blurred out. That one blurred out. The one on the side, the view from the side, so you can see that it's yeah. All right, Nick finna put some viewer discretion is advised. We don't have no nudity or nothing on here, but I just think people think I'm playing, and some of y'all ain't seen this. This same room, they didn't film this in there. I don't think I've ever seen nothing like this. Even, Bill Clinton was like the last person that we know that was in there acting a fool. But in 2024 with surveillance and internet and all this other stuff, and these dudes are doing this. This is the kind of people they have in the White House. And then you had a trans person pulling the breasts out at the White House on TikTok or something like that. You got it, Nick?
Yeah, it's blurred out.
Yeah, don't show nothing weird on there. I don't see here what you see there. Is it on the screen? All right. So, that picture you saw over there, this the boy right here. And this is the boy behind the boy. And they naked out here in the middle of this thing. It's blurred out, YouTube. It's blurred out. So nobody can see nothing. But this dude is naked right here, and another dude is naked behind him, and they doing it. Right here in this room right here. And they taped it, and they probably uploaded it somewhere. I don't know, because that's how this got here. They must have uploaded it somewhere. This the kind of crazy stuff these people be doing, because their mind is something is not firing right. And it's okay. Just be honest with it. Just say my mind not firing. Quit trying to act like everybody should be just accepting what you're doing. Your mind not firing right. All right, let's move it on. And then that's the other one you got, other fool pulling his breasts out at the White House. You know what I'm saying? This is another thing that I wonder. If you feel like you were born that way, why do you have to do the hormones and makeup? Why can't you just feel that way? You in the same body. But I guess the argument could be they want to feel feminine, they want to be viewed like a woman. But like that really should be inconsequential, because how do you feel like you feel? How do you know what a woman feel like? You ain't a woman. How you know what a woman feel like? let me tell you how crazy this is. I'm moving on, I promise. So this dude probably got OnlyFans or something. This dude is at the White House. They don't vet none of these people. And this fool pull his breasts out at the White House on a TikTok or something. They end up getting banned after this, but it pulled the thing out. They end up humping in the thing, and this person pulling his things out. What is doing this got to do with you just living your life as a trans person? Why it got to be sexualized? Why does it have to be that way? You can't just be a regular person and go on the White House and just chill. You got to pull your breasts out like that. Because it's deviancy. The one thing that I was going to say something else. It was something that I always wonder about these people, the way they act. I think it's kind of disrespectful to women for trans men to be women. I think it's disrespectful because they always talk about men having these ideas of women and like pigeonholing women into being what and trying to identify a woman. But that's exactly what they do. They go and they say, if I grow my hair long, then I'm a woman. Well, every woman with long hair, women don't all have long hair. Why can't a woman embrace having short hair? You know, I gotta have hips like this, or I gotta have a booty, I gotta get breasts. Some women stuff look like a pancake, just flat, like an ironing board, flat. Still beautiful, but they ain't got nothing there. I got more than they do. But that's a woman too. A woman with them, a woman without them, still a woman. Woman got the rump roast back there. They hop every time she walk, and the woman ain't got nothing there. They look like SpongeBob. It's still a woman. But what happens is these people are grossly misrepresenting and creating a fictitious woman. They got to have these. They got to have these. They got to always wear nails. They got to have makeup on, and they got to have long hair. All the stereotypical things that men think women are. It's the same thing these trans people doing. Because they can't just have a shortcut because that's not a woman. Well, who you say that a woman can't have a short haircut? Anyway, let's move on. What's the next one we're going to talk about? Let's go with The View and Nancy Mace. Is she on The View? No. All right, I guess they're talking about Nancy Mace. Go to The View. All right, look at these fools. They back. Roll the clip.
After the election, we were honored to welcome the first openly transgender Congresswoman-elect, Sarah McBride, to the show.
What an honor.
Who shared how she hopes to serve in the House. Take a look.
Delaware sent the message to our nation that our democracy is and can be big enough for all of us. Representing the state I love in Congress.
I'm not trying to be funny or nothing, but like, you know that as a man. Y'all can't see it the way I see it. I see this big T. You know it's a man. Look at that big old head. Like a man can't change their head size. So when you think you're gonna convert, you clearly got a big old head, man. Look at that big old head compared to these girls. They got little heads. That's a big old head, man. Catch you going down the bar with them big old shoes on, looking like clown shoes, with a dress, with a big old head, big old hands. I'm not trying to make fun of, but quit trying to make people feel bad about like not calling you that stuff. Roll the clip.
Demonstrating that in our state of neighbors, we judge candidates based on their ideas and not their identities. Mm-hmm. And I think right now I'm determined as I head down to D.C. to defend Delaware and to defend our democracy.
So let me tell you what's going on. Before she even gets to D.C., Republican Congresswoman Nancy Mace has already begun her bullying. Take a look.
Nan's bullying.
Biological men shouldn't be in women's private spaces, period. End of story.
So this is specifically because Sarah McBride is coming to Congress?
That and more. So, I mean, we can't do it here, we can't do it anywhere. I've been strong on women's rights for several years now, and it's time to make sure that we protect women and girls everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, I often
What's wrong with
wonder
that?
because it's when you look, Transgender Americans, less than 1% of American adults identify as transgender.
Right. Yeah.
And when you add in youth who identify as transgender, that number comes to just about 1.4. It is estimated that there are no more than 100 transgender athletes competing in public schools nationwide, and an Associated Press investigation found that lawmakers proposing bans on trans athletes in school sports could not cite a single instance of these athletes taking championships.
Hold on. Whoopi. She gonna have to do another redaction. Oh, Nick, we got the clips. They couldn't find, Whoopi, look at me. They couldn't find no examples of men winning championships. She just said that on the TV. Whoopi, what are you doing? It took us a half a second. Roll the film.
Transgender high school runner who won the Washington State title complained about lack of sportsmanship. Veronica Garcia said she was somewhat hurt that the fellow runners didn't congratulate her after the race and asked to remember she's just a teenager. She got up on the podium to boos from the crowd with one voice shouting she's not a girl.
You're a 2A girls, 400-meter dash.
Garcia won the final race a full second ahead the runner-up. Had the biologically male Garcia run with boys, she would have been 2.5 seconds behind the slowest time. Last month, a trans runner won a girls' track and field Oregon State title and was also booed by the crowd.
All right. That's just two. Oregon and Washington. One state. That means they were the fastest person or a woman in the state. That's a championship, fool. I don't know if you don't know what a championship is, but you're the state champ in a 400-meter dash. What are they? And I'm going to tell you this, and then I'm going to let her finish. If they're only 1%, then why are you trying to change everything everybody else do for 1%? If there's only 100 athletes in the entire country of millions of athletes, then why can't they just have their own category? Why can't the majority of the athletes matter more than 100? Why can't they're mentally ill? Why can't, if it's only 1% of the population, why does 99% of the population have to capitulate to 1%? And we don't even know how many of them are serious. Some of them playing. Let her finish.
I worry about a lot of stuff. I worry about people going to be able to get medical insurance? Are people going to be able to all the stuff that we've been talking about? Yeah. Feeding their kids.
Feeding their kids.
Taking care of business.
What is that?
I don't understand why this is her welcome to someone who is coming to make a difference in the country.
It's not a welcome, it's flipping her the middle finger because she is the one person in the House that this will affect. It's for House and their staff. One person, one person. And this woman that sat at our table was one of the most decent, amazing politicians I've ever seen. Her messaging was resounded across the boards. And as she herself said, I am not here as the first I'm not here on a cause. I'm here as a person with ideas. And that was the point here. And what I'd be more scared of if I were there is going into the bathroom with Marjorie Taylor Greene. Because she started a fight with Nancy Mace. Lauren Boebert. Boebert. I always get all of them confused. But also remember Matt Gaetz. We were just talking about him. He started an almost brawl on camera. And Kevin McCarthy, where's our what we do in church? Let's add we're at work right now. They are beating the crap out of each other, and they're worried about this amazing human being making a difference in D.C.
Hold on.
Wants a job with Trump.
Hold on. This is why women are silly, and a lot of y'all are decent, but a lot of y'all are also silly. Women are set. I don't know what it is. Marginalized or minority groups of people live in a perpetual state of self-sabotage. Why would you be in favor of something that's against your own best interest? How do you let a man call himself a woman and women acquiesce to it? She just called that dude a woman. Is he really a woman? Like, are you really willing to say this a woman? And then if a man judges a woman and say, you're not a real woman, a woman will blow a gasket. Who are you to say what a real woman is? But then a man can say, I identify as a woman. And now they all of a sudden they have all the words in the world to say against women. It's insane to me because women, they hurting y'all. They not hurting men. Maybe sometimes they hurt men. You go to the bar and you pick one of them up and they don't disclose it to you. Maybe that hurt your feelings. But they hurting y'all. They not hurting men. So y'all acquiescing and engaging with this is only disenfranchising y'all. Because now a man can say, I really would rather be a woman because I get more out of life as a woman than a man, and I'm gonna take up women's spaces. And then I'll say it like this: stop saying you trans then if you're a woman. Stop putting trans on it. You're a woman, right? And they calling you a woman, right? So why you call yourself trans? You don't say trans no more. Just call yourself a woman. Why do they have to say they're trans? Because they're biologically a man. And you go to the hospital and you having pains in your side and you say, my ovaries hurt. No, you ain't got them. If they have some complications, they need to do research and figure out what's wrong with you. They need to know whether you're a male or female, because you can't have ovarian cancer if you're a man. You can't have testicular cancer if you're a woman. They ain't gonna be hiking it up on a thing and putting their fingers in there for that prostate check if you're a woman. And you ain't going to the OBGYN if you're a man. So y'all gonna forever have that caveat, and it should be there. But how do you have the caveat, but then yet on the TV you just declaring that this person is a woman? Women are like diluting what being a woman is. There's something special about women. I don't get why women don't just embrace that. You can give life. Women can give life. That's a superpower. You're the only creature on earth that can give life to other humans. Nobody else can do this. You know the greatest man to ever live? He came out of woman. Except you go Adam. But after Adam, all the great men, Abraham, all the religious men, Isaac, Jacob, Job, King David, Jesus, came from a woman. That's spectacular. And not one man can boast and say, I'm equal to a woman in that sense. No, women have superpowers in that sense. But not unless you identify as a woman. And you can have no reproductive organs and get just as much love as a woman, right? Come on, get out of here. All right, next.
She didn't listen to the voters who are hurting because if she's
conflating of issues, because I think there were some ads that Republicans ran, and I think they outmaneuvered Democrats this cycle because Dems couldn't land where specifically they wanted to be on trans issues. That's not what this is. This has nothing to do with it. It is a new member of Congress who ran as a centrist Democrat, talked about issues, pocketbook issues. She said at our table, I'm not a spokesperson for my community. I'm running to deliver for Delawareans. And Nancy Mace is trying to goad her into a fight she did not sign up to be part of. She's trying to pigeonhole her into being, you have to be this culture warrior who makes this your whole identity, purely because Nancy Mace doesn't like how she chooses to exist. And I think it's gross. I think it's just also so unserious.
Do you
like,
really
guys,
think she even cares? I think she's just
she
using
wants
it.
the clicks. She has nothing else to stand on.
Yeah, but I think it has
person.
everything to do with how the Republican Party and Donald Trump in particular ran his campaign. He ran his campaign on otherizing people, demonizing people, and he ran his campaign against transgendered people. There were ads, not just a few, they were everywhere. And when they did the exit polls on a lot of Republican voters who voted for Trump, they mentioned the 1% of the country that is trans.
Well, and let's be clear, one of those was Kamala Harris in her own words. That wasn't misrepresenting
it. The bottom line is the cruelty is the point. The cruelty is the point when it comes to this country and the Republican Party. The Trump Party is what it is now.
Hold on.
Listen, it's despicable.
So this is the thing that bothers me about them. So what if women were uncomfortable with this person? Does that not matter? No. It just don't matter. It just the one person should feel comfortable, but everybody else should be uncomfortable. How many women are there in Congress? Let's look that up. I'm gonna look it up real quick. One of y'all get it for me if you can. How many women are in Congress? both parties. If women came out and signed a petition and said, I don't feel comfortable with a biological man in a locker room or in our bathrooms, they will come out and call those women hateful and not hear their voices, because their voices don't matter if it's not the propaganda. 43% of Congress is women. How many Congress people are actually women? It's got to be like 100 and something, right? It's 100 and something, because that's about half of the Congress members. So you have over 100 plus Congress women, and you have one that's a transgender. And why can't that one person say, I'm just not gonna go into the women's bathroom? No, but the one person gotta control what everybody else gets to do or not do. That makes no sense at all. Put a bathroom in there for people who want to be neutral. Don't let people go into restrooms where women are exclusively in there. Because if homeboy didn't get it chopped off, what you gonna do? You gonna whip it out and put it over the toilet? I mean, what if, like, come on, man, that's not. And I think the person shouldn't be going in the men's bathroom either, because you see them go in there and pee in the urinal. You're like, hey, girl, I mean, boy, what you doing in here? How about you just don't go in there if women don't want you in there? Because women have a voice. This is why women's so silly. They vote for the party that believes women only have a voice up to a point. The women who are saying, I don't believe in the unaliving of the unborn, they don't have a voice when you get to that point. Oh, you don't have it. Women that voted for Donald Trump, you have a voice until you're a woman who voted for Donald Trump. Now you don't have a voice anymore. You're a woman until you oppose men in women's bathrooms or in sports. You're not a woman no more, according to the left. And y'all voting for them. That disenfranchise you. They get a black female Supreme Court Justice, Ketanji Brown Jackson, and they say, ma'am, what is it? What is a woman? She go, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a biologist. I don't know. The woman y'all introduce into Congress don't even know what a woman is. But y'all touting that she's a woman. But then what does that mean? After you get through the bull shenanigans, you realize it's a bunch of mush. Because if a woman is not defined as a person with reproductive organs, then what is a woman? Anybody who feel like a woman? Because what if I said I'm a woman, but I don't want to identify as a woman? Then who could tell me I'm not a woman? Because organs don't make you a woman. DNA don't make you a woman. Chromosomes don't make you a woman. I guess putting on long hair. I'm going to be done with this. I'm going to be done. But I know that everybody don't watch everything I say. So if it's your first time watching, this is interesting to you. I do not understand how women support a position that the only thing that actually makes you a woman is that you look like a woman. Women are literally unraveling who they are. The only thing that makes you a woman is that you look like one. Not that you have the chromosomes of one, not that you have the reproductive capabilities of one, not that you have been born one, is that you look like one. That's what a real woman is. You grow your hair out, you put some boobs on, you wear high heels, you a woman. That's what women have reduced being a woman to. Not y'all, because y'all smart. I'm talking about the one that driving the Tesla that got no human is illegal in their front yard. That one. That's what it has become. And y'all not hurting men because men don't have that. There is no such thing as a man that's going around and saying, this is what makes a man a man. And it's a woman telling a man what makes a man a man. And if I got a beard, that makes me a man, right? No, because if you, fake man, get with a real woman, y'all can't make nothing happen. And you, transgender, get with another transgender, y'all can't make nothing happen. Y'all can't reproduce. This is how I know this is manufactured. And it's not something that's nature, it's nurtured. Because the process of elimination, the survival of the fittest, the genetic expression of this would have died a long time ago for you scientists that believe that the earth is billions of years ago. Humans been around for billion, gajillion years. That instinct would die out in the human evolution because you can't reproduce. Back then they didn't have trans surgeries. you didn't get a bottom surgery. Back then they didn't have IVF and all this other technology for you to have children. You and that other person you with every night would be your whole generation gone. And I'll say this for all the people that try to claim that Jesus was cool with that and that God is okay with it. Then why nobody in the Bible was like that? That was prominent. God didn't use nobody that was like that. Did he? No, yeah. Now you want to quit on God now. Y'all want to quit on God. He ain't real no more. Right. And Moses wasn't like that. Abraham wasn't like that. Joseph wasn't like that. Thank God Joseph wasn't like that. You go down the list. I can go down the list. Ezekiel, none of the prophets. Isaiah, none of them were like that. Who else did he use? Noah wasn't like that. Thank God. Imagine if Noah was like that. We would be doomed. There would be no more people. You want to go down the list? I mean, you look at John the Baptist wasn't like that. Paul wasn't like that. Peter wasn't like that. None of the apostles. Jesus. Paul wasn't an apostle, but you get what I'm saying. Paul wasn't like that. I don't know. Foundation of the church. Nobody was like that. So God never used anybody like that. Why? If there was a way you were made and God made you wonderfully and beautifully made that way, then why he never used anybody like that? Okay. You got your answer, boo-boo. You got your answer. All right. What's the other video we got? Thank you for the super chat, y'all. I'm gonna give y'all super chat a shout out. Nancy Mace, the transgender stuff. Bucks County. Let's see. Dylan wants me to talk about Bucks County. Y'all better give me a thumbs up if it's a good story. All right, put it up on the thing. Do y'all remember a long time ago, and I'm going to get to the super chats. I didn't even tell you guys about the sale we got today. Before I get to that, let me tell you about the sale we got. 47% off for the Donnie. And this is the Trump dance shirt. This is the coldest shirt we've made so far. I got the gold chain on, plus this is fly. I'm wearing this to the Suns game tonight. So we got the Donnie dance shirt for the signature Don dance. 47% off the entire store. Store-wide, 47% off. All you got to do is put in code THANKS47. THANKS47, you get 47% off the entire store. I had to tell you guys because I told you on Wednesday we're going to drop the Black Friday sale. It's going to go all the way through Cyber Monday. Maybe we'll do something a little different on Cyber Monday. All the merch you love, all the good stuff we have here that you see, 47% off. Go and shop now before it's too late. All right. All right. Let's get back to Bucks County. This is one thing that I wanted to put out there because a lot of people were wondering, and we did a video about this a while ago. A lot of people were wondering what's going on in Bucks County. Obviously, McCormick won. MacArthur. What is his name? McCormick. It made me think of McCormick Ranch out here in Phoenix. McCormick actually won. I think they completed the recount and he won. Oh, there's no evidence that he could lose at this point. But let me play the clip. Is that Scott Pressler? Now, let me preface this real quick. You put this on my screen because I can see it. Let me say this. I have to say this because it bothers me. My wife don't want me to say this. I think that what Scott Pressler is doing is great work. But I can't. Homeboy tripping, with the whole thing. He be doing the him and two men type thing. And he got his hair slicked back to the side. I can't, it's something about him, the way he presents himself that bothers the heck out of me. And it's annoying. However, I ain't got nothing to say if the man doing something right. He doing his job. He's pursuing excellence. He just ain't my cup of tea, man. I just don't like the men on men stuff. I just don't like it. All right. But let me play his council speech where he's literally putting these people to shame for what they're doing at the city council there in Bucks County. Roll the clip.
Good morning. Bucks County has been in the news a lot this year. Earlier, we flipped Bucks County from blue to red, and for the first time in modern history, there are more registered Republicans than Democrats here in this county. Number two, voters were disenfranchised in this county. And in fact, I want to thank Chairman Michael Whatley of the RNC and co-chair Laura Trump for suing to make sure that we had 3 additional days of early in-person voting, because voters waiting in line to do in-person, on-demand, mail-in voting were told that they couldn't vote until 5 o'clock, that the line was cut off. So thank you to the Republican Party for suing Bucks County and fighting for election integrity. And now, here before us, it's on the world stage that we have a commissioner, quote, by Diane Marsiglia, "Precedent by a court doesn't matter anymore in this country. People violate laws any time they want. And if I," meaning Diane Marsiglia, "violate this law, it's because I want a court to pay attention to it." Well, Commissioner, the court already ruled that undated and misdated mail-in ballots could not be counted. You knew that going into the meeting. And I want to congratulate the people of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. This speech I'm doing right now is going to be seen by millions across the country, the Commonwealth, and the world. And I have a message. Congratulations to President-elect Donald J. Trump, the 45th and 47th President of the United States of America. Congratulations to Senator-elect Dave McCormick, and we are not going to allow Democrats to steal this seat from us. Furthermore, congratulations, because we defeated Matt Cartwright, giving President Trump an additional seat in Congress. Congratulations to Congressman-elect Rob Bresnahan. Congratulations to Congressman-elect Ryan McKenzie, defeating Democrats Susan Wild in Allentown and Lehigh. And I have a message. Peacefully, we are coming for your seat in 2027. If you don't resign today,
Have at it.
I am coming for your seat peacefully. And Harvey, Commissioner Harvey, this goes for you too. You are complicit. Mark Elias and his cronies must be disbarred from practicing law in Pennsylvania, any of his cronies, for the misconduct that they did. I want you to know that I am going to spend all of my time in Bucks County for the next 3 years making sure that we take back this county. Thank you to every single patriot that showed up today.
The ponytail throw me off, but that was a great speech. That changing America. You can't deny it. What you gonna say about that? That was probably one of the most powerful speeches I've ever heard at a city council meeting. And these people, that girl said, "Bring it on," I think she said to him. I'll fly down there and give him a high five if he take control of that seat from her. And the reason why this is so important is because not only did they rule in the court of law, mostly by Democrats, it was 5-2 in the Supreme Court in Pennsylvania. Look at the website. Look at the website. How do they have any leg to stand on when the Supreme Court ruled that you cannot have certain things unresolved on your ballot and still cast a vote? Not only did the Supreme Court rule it, it's in the law and it's on the website. Make it bigger, Nick. Make it a bigger picture so they can read it. Pause. All right. But people that ain't in the new generation don't know what I'm talking about. Make it bigger than that. Can you make it bigger than that? All right. I got it. I could just read it. People just read above my head. All right, look. So if you look at it, right, you go here, you go right down here. What's included in a mail-in or absentee ballot packet? My mouse is not working. Okay. your mail-in or absentee ballot packet include these key items, right? And then you got them there. And then where's the part that I'm up a little bit? Oh, right here is when it says it. Okay, here you go. This is your ballot. It's a thing. I thought I was in the wrong spot. I'm in the right spot. Right place at the right time. I'm going to read it, and then we'll put it on the screen for you to look at it yourself. We'll freeze this frame, Nick, for them to just watch it without me being in. I'm going to read it. Okay? The envelope, it was mailed in. It says the outer envelope used to send the packet to you. That's in it. It says the declaration envelope, also known as the return envelope, where you place your completed ballot to return it. Be sure to sign and date this envelope, or somebody say or. Say or with me, or your vote won't be counted. They not only ruled in the court of law, they wrote it on the website. So they covered their, you know what? Nobody can say nothing about not knowing nothing, know nothing, know nothing. Because if you went here and clicked that you want a mail-in ballot, a vote by mail, you applied right here. You went down here and read it. It's right here in front of your mouth. Your vote won't be counted if you don't sign and date the envelope. The secrecy, is that say secrecy envelope? A yellow envelope where you place your completed ballot to keep your vote private before putting it in a return envelope. The ballot, the official form where you mark your choices. You got to be, my 3-year-old can figure this out. It says it right here. Actually, I think on the website, it should have did this in bold so people know that it's important. Because the most important thing on here, your vote won't be counted if you don't do this. But yet, the people in the government say people didn't properly sign and date, and they said we're going to count the ballot anyway. And they not going to jail over this? Listen, you are conducting voter interference. You are thwarting people's right to vote. You are violating their 13th, 14th, 15th Amendment. I think it's the 15th Amendment. Check me if I'm wrong. You're violating their right to vote. Constitutional infraction. You should not be able to hold office if you're violating people's constitutional rights. Period. And they got on television and just said it in front of everybody, which was Scott Pressler had made mention to. But anyway, I'm done having fun. I think that's it. Make sure y'all go to the store. 47% off for our 47th president. Get your stuff today. Black Friday starts today. Get you this shirt. It's my favorite shirt. I'm going to wear this to the Suns game tonight. I got to ask my wife, does she want one? I guess that'd be weird, both of us wearing Trump shirts, looking like a corny little family. But anyway, we're going to do it. I love you guys. I appreciate you. We normally try to start the live stream at 2, but we had a lot of breaking news and stuff developing, and so we had to push it back. So we're going to try to get on at 2. So if you somehow jump on this live between 2 and 3, you're going to mess around and catch me in there. We're going to try to do it every single day. So stay tuned, get involved, join the membership, become a member. I'm going to try to activate the membership. I got to look at what the price point is. Maybe I'll lower the price a little bit so nobody will have a barrier of entry to be a part of the Tatum Squad membership. And then I'm going to try to do some special things for the Tatum Squad members, either some Q&A once a month or something. Right now, if you're a member, you get emojis and stuff like that, and you get identified or recognized. But I'm going to try to do some more stuff for you guys. I didn't initially go as hard on the membership thing because I feel like if they somehow kick me off here, I'll lose all of you guys. So I'm going to try to do better at that because I do want to do some exclusive stuff. And exclusive stuff costs a little extra money for us to do. And I would love for the support of the people who sponsor that new material or different things like that. And it's easier to do it here than do it on my own platform. We tried Tatum Plus and it didn't work. The cost to maintain the servers and stuff was way more than we even had memberships on. And so doing it right here is an easier way to do it. You get access if you love me on YouTube. I appreciate you. And I'm signing up to other people's membership accounts. So I don't just talk about it, I be about it. I love you guys. I see y'all on the next live stream tomorrow at 2 p.m. Arizona time, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I love you. God bless you. Have a wonderful night.
Oh, the land of the free. and the home of the brave. I'm a proud American.